Jacqueline. I'm just going to demonstrate how to do a head-to-toe assessment on a pediatric patient. Today, this is going to be my patient. His name is George, and he's 4 years old. So as I'm entering the room, I want to close the door, pull the curtains for privacy, introduce myself as Jacqueline, student nurse to both the patient and to the parents. Ask the parents if they have any health concerns, the health history, go over vaccinations, make sure everything is up to date. And then I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to ask George if he can be my assistant today. Maybe he can wash his hands too. And then I'm going to weigh him and check his height. All right, George, now what we're going to do is we're going to pretend to be monkeys, okay? And I'm going to look through your hair for any bugs, okay? So as I'm looking at his scalp, I want to make sure that it's not dry, it's not red, it looks normal, there's no bumps or lumps on the head. Good job, George. Now what we're going to do is I want you to look right at me and tell me what color are my eyes, okay? Just ignore the light. What color are my eyes? So I'm checking to make sure that eyes are equal and reactive. Good job, George. Now I want you to hold your head really still like you're a statue. And I want you to just move your eyes and follow this. Don't move your head. Good job, bud. All right. Now, I think a bunny rabbit just went into your ear. Let me inspect your ear, okay? Let me see if I can see it. So I want to pull down and back. Nope, it's not in that one. Maybe it's in this one. Is the bunny in that one? Nope. Maybe he went up your nose. Let me look in your nose. Nope, he's not in there. So now if I had a tuning fork, I would drum it on my hand, put it between his ears and make sure you can hear them both. Drum it on my hand, put it on this side, count down till when he can't hear, and compare, make sure it's equal bilaterally. Good job, George. Now what we're going to do, I want you to make a big bug go, ah, and I'm going to use a tongue depressor, and I'm going to be checking the back of your mouth. Good job, bud. And now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be inspecting and palpating his neck, make sure everything's symmetric, and checking the lymph nodes. Yep, everything's good. Good job, bud. Now I want you to turn around, and I want you to look at that picture, okay, and tell me what you see. I'm just going to be looking at your back. So I'm doing the gown, inspecting the back, make sure the skin looks right, everything's symmetric. And now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be auscultating the back. Big breath in and out. In and out. Now I'm going to be checking this bilaterally, and everything seems to be good. And I'm going to say 99. Good, 99. 99. Good job. Now I'm going to be percussing. So I'm going to pretend that your back is a door and I'm drumming on it. Good job, bud. Now I'm going to be palpating. Now tell me if anything is sore, okay, bud? So making sure everything's symmetric, everything appears good. Good job, George. Now turn around. Now I do the exact same on his front. And I'd also be checking his respiration rate. For children 4 to 6, it should be 16 to 31. And now I'm going to be moving into checking his heart. So I would be starting listening to the aortic, pulmonic, Erb's point, tricuspid, mitral, and the apical pulse for 1 minute. And for children 4 to 6, the heart rate should be 71 to 128, and I also want to be checking his blood pressure. It should be systolic 91 over 114, and diastolic 50 over 74. And since he's such a really good listener, I'm going to be checking his oral temperature, and it should be 36.4 to 37.4. Good job, George. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lie on our back, and I'm going to look at your tummy. Now I want you to look up to the sky and tell me if you see any clouds and what shapes are the clouds, okay? Just use your imagination. Now I'm going to be inspecting the stomach and checking the 4 quadrants. I'm going to inspect, and then I'm going to auscultate, and then I'm going to percuss and palpate. All right, and everything seems to be good. All right, good job, George. All right, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be inspecting his extremities. I'm going to be checking all the pulses on his extremities, starting with his arms, and checking his capillary refill. And I'm going to be checking his strength. So I want you to squeeze my fingers as strong as you can. Good job, bud. And then I'm going to get him to pull his arms. So as I'm holding here, pull, and then push on his arms and checking bilaterally, making sure that they're same. Going down to the legs, checking the pulses, and get him to push and then pull, and then with the feet, push, pull. And it may take a little bit more instruction to get him to do that, so I may actually get him to do the motion that I want him to do. and I'm going to be checking his reflexes and his capillary refills. Now, I also want to mention if he is nervous of the stethoscope, and before I use it on him, he can always listen to mine to make him feel comfortable. Make sure I use the vocabulary that he can understand, and try to be as much eye level as I can be with him, and very soft tone, fun and enthusiastic, and may have to get the parents involved if he's nervous. Thanks, everyone. Bye.